most times, young persons are worried that they are not making much progress in life. They are not making much progress in their personal growth. But let me ask you the question: when last did you spend the time alone with your thoughts? Many persons start to fear boredom more than they fear several other things in life, which I understand totally. I mean, we've gotten to an age where everything just seems to be bubbling. Everything just seems to be on a high velocity. Everyone is partying. Everyone is doing one thing or the other. You have social media there to keep you entertained. You have movies to watch. You have YouTube where you can see several videos and several things like that. I mean, there's just so much taking your time. There's so much taking your space. And we've left the space of having quiet times to ourselves, having impactful meditation sessions to ourselves. We started to spend all of the time either on social media, pressing our phones, or doing several things like that. Leisure times in the past used to be times where you sit to yourself and you try to do some things that are productive. But nowadays, we've gotten to the point where we start to see social media determining what we do in our leisure time. I mean, not just even social media, the kinds of entertainment we find online, the several things that we find online, it has now become the global village. Really, think about it. Some of these things are starting to take your relevant time. If you look at much successful persons, you realize that this person spend time producing as opposed to consuming. Many of us have spent most of our time consuming so much that we find online. We just keep consuming, consuming, consuming without really giving anything out there. And I think that anyone that is able to produce, anyone that is productive, is someone that has value. When you have value, you definitely have something to give. But most of the times, we are used to always receiving all the time. So it has become a norm. It has become a part of us. It has become something much of who we are and who we are gradually shaping ourselves into. But let me ask you the real question: how much time are you spending with your thoughts? You see, the time it takes for you to think, the time it takes for you to form a thought process, start to analyze in your thoughts, you realize that there's so much productivity you can get from these activities. There's so much productivity you can get for simple meditations. You can start to plan your course of actions for the next 6 months, 1 year, even from a single moment of thought. You can start to properly ideate your life and give your life step by step valuation, and even start to plan next steps for your life in that place of meditation. But really, if we've gotten to a point where there's just so much information, there's so much things controlling our minds, consuming our minds, and we found it difficult just to sit with ourselves and try to meditate. So I ask us the question again: how much time do you spend by yourself? How much time do you spend alone? People can hardly spend 30 minutes without going on social media or without putting their phones on. We start to find several minimalist phones that tries to help you to solve some of these things. But really, most of these guys are not even solving as much as we thought we would. I think discipline is at the core of these things. It has gotten to a point where many of us lack discipline, many young persons lack discipline, and we've not gotten to the core position of our lives yet where we can actively do things that will benefit us and that will benefit our lives on the long run. So I ask you the question: how much time are you spending to yourself? How much time are you spending on meditation? How much time are you spending brooding within yourself, trying to plan, analyze, devise plans, come up with productive sessions, come up with how you can become more productive and much more valuable in your life? Let me know what you think in the comment section, guys. Cheers.